Alright, we are ready for round one, game one on the draw, which is unfortunate, but we have a keepable hand here with a few lands and some 2-drops. And madcap skills, of course. Alright, Skinburn Goblin is fine. Probably won't be playing it here just because we have a few other 2-drops to play first, and we can maybe use the Blood Rush ability. Ooh. Ember Beast is a pretty good draw, especially since he didn't have removal for our dude. Let's see, if he attacks in, do we block? Probably not. We'll see. Corpse Blockade. Alright, well that is certainly annoying. Homing Lightning. Alright, so we can always Homing Lightning this away. I think we're just going to play an Ember Beast and pass here. Next turn we can Homing Lightning away the Corpse Blockade if we want to and get in for a bunch. We'll see what he does. Something could be getting Grizzly Spectacled. Ew, Gideon. That is not very nice. But we should be able to knock this down to size. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Alright, so how do we want to do this? Yeah, unfortunately, I think we just need to Homing Lightning this and then get in. This will also, slow down Gideon's growth. Next turn we have a few options. If we draw a land, we can drop Armor Transport and throw Madcap skills on something and potentially kill Gideon. Actually, no, it's creatures we control. What am I speaking? Or what am I talking about? If he's leaving 4 mana open, he might just be leaving open a removal spell. So, yeah. Alright, so we could just kill this with Mugging. I don't think we really need to do that. It's just a 1/1. Although we could Mug it, attack, and then also play Armor Transport. So he has 4 lands. He could just have Grizzly Spectacle open. Yeah. We could just play 2 2-drops as well. But then that would grow Gideon quite a bit. Alright, well let's see what happens when we go to attacks. I anticipate this is getting something. Yeah, Devour Fleshed. Okay, probably getting rid of the Ember Beast. Yeah, Gideon's growing quite a bit. Yeah, I would really like to be able to attack this turn, so I think I will sack the Ember Beast here. And then in terms of what to play, we could just Armor Transport and Mug this. We could also just... I don't really want to drop 2 creatures because then this grows even more. But I feel like since we missed a land drop here, we need to be efficient mana-wise. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We could play a thing and also Madcap skills. I'd prefer not to do that though. Besides, if you play something big, Mugging's probably not going to kill it anyways, so this is fine. We only really lost, like, he got to extort once. Oh well. In terms of, like, should we have mugged this pre-combat? Probably. I wasn't really sure. I was anticipating he was going to Grizzly Spectacle. I didn't think he would Devour Flesh. And since I was anticipating the Grizzly Spectacle, I assumed he would just hit the Disciple and prevent us from attacking at all that turn. Alright, and we're just going to kill this now. Another land. Ooh, and he's playing a big creature too. Or he's doing multiple things. Another Corpse Blockade. Alright. So yeah, putting Madcap skills on this seems pretty decent here. Just because we're going to prevent any combat damage, so giving, you know, this Death Touch doesn't really matter. And he's out of cards, so he doesn't have removal. We can, if he doesn't block at all, we can just Skinbrand Goblin right now to kill the Gideon for good, in case he top decks removal. We'll see what he does, though. He might throw something away. Looks like he's not blocking. Him having a looter on board is also like not good news for us. Since we're okay, he's jumping. Okay, I guess he's not jumping. Kind of fine with either. Like we get value either way. He's gonna have a hard time dealing with this unless he top decks removal. So yeah, I am just gonna discard this and kill the Gideon. If he top decks some removal spell, then we're just completely hosed if we don't. And we might as well drop our Disciple now. Fortunately, he has a looter, and he's at 19, and he has a good amount of mana, so we can, you know, get some use out of this. Alright, land was not very good. Probably just going to bash him with everything. He can't draw creatures forever. So the question is, like, am I willing to trade a Disciple here for a Gutter Skulk? I could also just attack him with Armored Transport. We don't have any other removal that really deals with this, though. Like, we could get Pit Fight, but we don't have a creature that fights it. So we might as well just keep his board low, I suppose. Alternatively, I could just wait to draw a Blood Rush creature. Maybe that's better, because that would be a way to deal with it. We could have also drawn a Blood Rush creature. I think he has to block here, though. Like, he can't afford to just take 9. Alright, screw it. I'm just going to bluff the Blood Rush. I know that we only just top decked a card, but we actually have enough in our deck that it might scare him. Looking like that's not happening. So we'll give this one first strike. I presume he just gives us Death Touch now. Yeah. Alright, so sorry, I paused there and he kind of went through his turn. All he did was hide a card. So here we're just going to attack. Now, whoops, kind of meant to attack with the Disciple. Oh well, I would have traded it for the Bane Alley Broker, I think. So he still hasn't drawn an answer to this. It looks like he's digging for one. Being black-white, he could have quite a few. You know, like Angelic Edict would do it. Devour Flesh, not really, since we have the Disciple out right now. And we keep top decking lands, which is not good. I'm going to stop playing him at this point because there's really no need to. Right, next turn he officially has to start jump blocking this. Oh, really? So he's, I guess, digging for a creature. That's kind of a bold move because you know, I don't know what the cards are in his hand, but I guess if he has an answer for this, it's fine. Okay, see, now we might just kill him because he has to block this, and to do it he needs to commit both of his blockers on the board. So the question is, do we want to kill Corpse Blockade or Syndicate? Probably the Blockade, since our Disciple can't get through it, even if he has some way to answer this. The Blockade is fairly difficult for us to deal with at the moment. He has one card in hand, so I can't think of a whole ton that he could have here. The only thing, if he had something that was like 1 or 2 mana, and that he could extort off of, then he'll win. So yeah, we'll kill the Blockade here, and I'm just going to go for the win. Okay, cool. So we got there. All right. Sideboarding against him. Don't really need to put in Naturalize. We didn't see any enchantments. The Corpse Blockades are a little annoying. Homing Lightning actually answers them really well, though, because we saw 2 of them. So it might be worth holding. I could see Mark for Death being good if he has all those walls. Let's see, but in terms of something to take out, I guess we didn't see a great creature to active treason. So maybe this is a change worth making. I suspect we probably have to see more, yeah, because in terms of creatures, we didn't see a lot out of them. Like, we didn't see anything huge that's worth grabbing. So I'll do the Mark for Death for now. I may switch it back if we see something really scary in game 2.